You are listening to History of India, the most important historic events and people. Written by Callie Mass and narrated by Newman. Table of Contents. Chapter 1. A brief summary. Chapter 2. The Bronze and Iron Age. Chapter 3. The Classical and Middle Ages times. Chapter 4. Early modern period until the 1800s. Chapter 5. Inhabitants from Europe and independence. Chapter 1. A brief summary. India is a magical country, with stories about blue-collared gods and people, to aromas, scents, and symbolism. India also has the second biggest world population after China, with over 1.4 billion people living there. The disparities are many. The differences between poor and rich are sometimes astronomical. The country has tons of different regions, climates, cultures, languages, and religions. It's hard to describe India in just a few words. However, in this book, we will go over some of the early and latest history, some of the biggest events in time, to sketch a picture of what this country has been through. In no way it will cover all the details, but it will at least give you a vague image of what to picture when you think of India. Anatomically modern-day people initially came on the Indian subcontinent from Africa between thousands of years ago, according to present genes arrangements. The earliest recognized human remains in South Asia, on the other hand, are from a similar number of years ago. Around 7000 BC, or so we estimate, settled life that included the shift from foraging to farming and pastoralism started in South Asia. Domestication of wheat and barley could be seen at the Mehrgarh site, followed by goats, sheep, and livestock. By about 4500 before Christ, according to estimates, developed life had broadened more commonly, and the Indus Valley civilization, an early vintage society coexisting with ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, started to gradually grow. In between 2500 and 1900 before Christ, this society existed in what's now Pakistan and northwestern India, and was well known for its city planning, baked brick houses, intricate drain and water delivery. Dry spell pushed the population of the Indus Valley to distribute from massive metropolitan centers to towns in the early second millennium before Christ. Around the exact same time, many waves of Indo-Aryan tribe moved into the Punjab from Central Asia. The Vedas, enormous collections of hymns made up by these tribes, were made up throughout their Vedic period, 1500 to 500 before Christ. Their Varna system, which progressed into the caste system and included a hierarchy of priests, soldiers, and free peasants, omitted native tribes by announcing their activities impure. The pastoral and nomadic Indo-Aryans moved from the Punjab into the Gangetic plain, deforesting massive swaths for growing. Around 600 BC, the structure of the Vedic literature came to a stop, and a new interregional society formed. A second urbanization happened when little chieftaincies, or Janapadas, were joined into bigger states, or Mahayanapadas. The urbanization was joined by the introduction of new ascetic movement in greater Magadha, like Jainism and Buddhism, which opposed Brahmanism's growing impact and the primacy of routines commanded by Brahmin priests, which had become connected with
Sample complete. Ready to continue?